anchoring point. Turned off accidentally. Trying to adjust the blades in. And we're having stop at second there for you see how it made this guy slightly ahead. His diagonal was to be there exactly. Watch. There'll be certain urgency about them. People behind. So I stopped. Let them go ahead. They're clearly determined to be coming up and going in behind me. See the little cycle enters, yeah? As they look to be there on time. Let's make it easy for them. What you get is the self-righteously annoyed reactions, and I mean self-righteous. They're good at self-righteous. Little Miss Red Woman. When it's so obviously timed, when all the rest are unoccupied, parked once. You go and sinking right where you happen to be parallel. And they think you're going to buy their self-righteous annoyance. Self-righteous tricks. Corner. And boom, for crossing. Watch. Yeah, I'll go down that way. Don't forget the other side. Any side. Go this way. Just for a change. That woman was genuinely annoyed at me stalling. Going through that. Possible her daughter in the car is in it. Watch. See the light. Duff light. You shit on your route all the time. Especially the corners, of course. Anchoring point. Watch. Red car. The sense of slowing down there. Yeah, there you go. That turn in there. So this is my street we're coming to. This here is Rotten Road. That there is somebody in the corner just as we got here. That there was somebody coming out just as we passed. This here is the same old bullshit, so we'll just walk straight into it. I'll gaslight. Watch from the corner here, Dunedin Street. Both sides. Watch, right on time, watch. Another twonk here, right on time. The corner. In this side. Got a good mind to throw my meat stew at them. I have slams already. So we're coming down here for the I got in a silly position. You can't even seem to see me. We'll acknowledge you're taking the piss. Watch in here. Somebody just comes out the door there. In red and black. Alright.
Right.
Thought it was somebody else.
No way.
Nah, I knew it was you. Love the satanic red. Happens to the best of us, eh? You're backing the wrong horse. I have no idea who it was. Sort of vaguely familiar. Obviously, because I've probably seen him on the stairs here. It's like dying. It costs almost £500 a month for this diet. It's a racket, isn't it? It's all a racket. Sounds like a good enough reason for them to target people, isn't it? In their minds, it's a system as well. System wants you into it. Yeah, they get together, there's some sort of unexpected big success. You know. Sudden case of affluenza that actually goes somewhere. Or you want full time for the man, the landlord. Looking at a pittance wage, minimum wage, they pay less as they could but when I left. And I just a big chunk of the majority goes straight into your landlord's bank account. You can say, well, work part-time, but you're beholden to reporting back all the time to the powers that be, the council, and you're just covering basics. You can't save. You're not going to luxuries. You're not going to be going anywhere. You work full time, you're not going to be going anywhere, because if you don't say you are, hand over the money you get for your rent, go straight into the rent. Well, obviously you're going to get into trouble for that. And if you do actually make any other money, extra money, or you're getting more, getting more than you're saying, or whatever, if you're over fortunate enough to be this case, then you're cheating the system. That's they'll criminalise that, and they'll criminalise you. So if you want to save up to get out, and you're not going to be going anywhere or doing anything if you don't have not even a nest egg. It's nothing to do with that, but just some cash to get out of this shit. Get yourself in a better situation. It's twonkery on a Sunday night. Lose my thread again. Then clearly you're stuck. You're trapped in the matrix. And believe you me, they don't want you out of it. They want you as a scapegoat for what's going on. It's like being involved with a narcissistic individual. They're trying to make your life hell. They're endless fucking tricks and games, digs and slights, bitchiness. On male, female side, whatever. As long as you're with them, but and then they'll plead and scream blue murder. When of course, as anybody in the right mind would, you decide you've had enough. There's a wail and plead about how much they love you, and alternating, hysterics, and as I say, screaming blue murder. Wanting to kill you. It's vindictive psychopath mentality. Narcissist. Vindictive narcissist. Vindictive psychopath. What's the difference? And this is the same. I mean, all this, they're complaining about high rents and housing allowance and scroungers, and this is what's keeping all these people in business. Council and council workers on every level. If everybody found a job, if everybody gets a job, gets it together and found a way to get it together to get out of this situation, these people would be out of a job. In other words, it's tough to find a real job like everybody else. The job they expect you to get. The people that look down on. They've just got a job at disorganisation. Other people's disorganisation, the country's disorganisation, whatever. The racket, the way it's set up. They complain about it, but it pays the rent, the mortgage, and all the rest of it. That they know you haven't got a hope in hell in getting. And they'll make sure you don't. Red. Because you're a convenient, stuck in the matrix, you're a convenient excuse for their troubles and their failures in life, their doomed relationships, and all the rest of it. Uncertainty they feel about life in general, the despair that underlies this, their purposeless lives. This is instant purpose for them. This is instant motivation. Nothing better than scapegoat, projection. Find somebody to dump your shit on, blame them for all your troubles. And they don't want you out. They want you kept here. I'll demonstrate that when it's time to go. They really, really don't want you to escape. Because when you make it clear you're getting out, you get out. But you're also making it clear that you never bought into the crap. That you didn't despair, didn't give in, and most of all, you didn't buy into it. You didn't buy into the shit. So they're actually left with this realization that their bullshit never worked. You never bought it. They have to face their own demons, their own excuses, their own projections, their own failed relationships. They don't like the idea of you. I mean, if you're here and they know what your situation is and you're stuck and they're trying to control every aspect of your everyday life, and so they know what your situation is. The friendships, the relationships, the whatever that this harassment, this stalking is keeping you from. And you turn your back on it, you escape it. Well, it might happen somewhere else, but they won't have any immediate knowledge of this themselves, and they're left to face their own failure, their own inadequacy in their lives. The fact that the problem just remains the same. That whether getting rid of you, or you left, or the target actually kills themselves, commits suicide, or maybe takes out a few of them in the meantime. Along with it, the end result is nothing has actually changed. They're still to face their own inadequacies, their own failures, their own excuses, pretexts, their own dysfunctional, doomed relationships, as I say. None of it's changed. When they've got a target, they can blame it on the targets, and that can also occupy their time and their mind, and they've got an added dimension to their empty lives. It's got instant purpose, instant motivation. But of course, if you can spread it to every town, every city, have this global, then nowhere for the target to go, blah blah blah. Then it just means that they have a built-in a moving excuse, a moving pretext. Actually shifts from location to location, and in the belief that they own the world, they rule the world. The world is theirs. Where on one level, targets should realise that taking problems somewhere else to try and solve it is how to keep it, as A Course in Miracles says. There's actually, if you stay in the same place, there's actually there's a potential positive outcome. Probably not with this lot. This situation, as we know, is designed to everything to converge through their interpretation for the target being either committed or incarcerated. Generally speaking, if you hang around, you've got to remember, people will get to know you as well, rather than you being some sort of unknown quantity, knowing how you react and what you do and blah blah blah. But again, it's only valid up to a certain point. Beyond a certain point, when you realise you're actually in a rut. In some situations, it might actually be best to get out of the situation. You notice this red car here kind of came down at the same time as they reach a corner. Same time, happens so often, and then boom, There's no car. There's no people. And there's somebody slamming at the top as well. It's like this artificial synchronization disease, yeah? Well, you're the one that's got a disease. Yeah, sometimes it's going to be coincidence, but I think that's part of the scam, part of the conditioning. There's a lot of this that is actually intentional. it's very obviously intentional. So that I'll cross over, into just everyday events that are actually coincidence, of course, and so that you can't really tell which is which, and you get sucked into that. And again, this is just a narcissistic strategy. It's just distraction. Whereas the simplest thing is to say, well, actually, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter the fuck. Getting sucked in trying to figure it out. I mean, who cares? It doesn't make any difference. You can say that about this whole thing. It doesn't really make any difference, except you've got to remember it only takes two people, two witnesses to set one person up. So one person needs, or each of them need just the other person, a witness. Preferably two separate witnesses or groups of witnesses, whatever. Because that's how it works. That's how the system works. That's either how it used to be and probably still is for getting a person either into trouble or also to get somebody committed, as David Icke pointed out. And I read this years ago, back in mid-90s. That's basically all it takes. The word of two people. Most people are fortunate enough to not actually have two people in their lives that want to, that want to gang up and like that. But with this setup, with this people, strangers, and bringing them in and out, this is a completely different story. Especially if you point a camera in their direction at people, whatever, to expose this. This scam, this conditioning, stalking, harassing, anchoring, blah blah blah. Then they'll really go for it. So now at the stage, well, I'm not actually supposed to have any kind of recording equipment. I'm not supposed to be filming anybody. I'm not supposed to have any recording equipment, let alone sitting here with a camera at my window. With a camera at my window. Scottish accent comes out of my retard. And yet here I am, just everywhere I go. This is why they do the sort of the subliminals, the negative suggestion. People with mothers with kids and people with kids, and they go out the bikes and this little scooters and everything as well. Just the same old horseshit. Just a bunch of scam artists, a bunch of liars and imposters. If they only knew what they're covering up for. If they only knew what was going on further up the pyramid, further up the hierarchy. These well-meaning, misguided fools, as retired and I think now deceased ex-FBI Chief Ted Gunderson made clear. Agent? Chief? I think it was some sort of chief. Big cheese. Big cheese. But they're the imposters. I mean, it isn't like the target that should be running. So it's it's the Nazis that ended up having to run, wasn't it, and flee, and but of course they just got the bigger ones, the bigger cheeses, the higher ranking. They were just protected by the system. They got recruited back into the system in the States, and of course the Vatican, the bishops, the blah blah blah, whatever. They helped them get their visas and all the rest of it for getting across to the States. So Of course, a lot of them had to flee. A lot of them were caught and executed and all the rest. Sentenced and whatever. And they were obviously pretty confident before in the slick suits and impenetrably patronising attitude. Towards the people they detested, they saw as the cause of the problem. They were obviously absolutely convinced of their superiority. I mean, their objective superiority on every level. Not just the Nazis, people always give the Nazis as an example, you know. Yeah, and to any sane person, they're obviously sociopaths. But people just don't see it. Creeping Nazism, creeping fascism, creeping Stasi, creeping police state. They don't see yet how it all comes in, gradually. Yeah, let's little coaster by there. Take your time. They just don't make the connection. Of course they don't. They're stuck within the parameters of the thrall of the ego, like any narcissist. They can't actually step outside or see outside. I mean, that would that's like asking them to lift themselves up by their own bootstraps. That's impossible. They don't have that sort of modicum of objectivity to see what it is they're becoming, to see what it is they're aligning themselves with, and what it makes them, what it turns them into. So it starts up somewhere else, who cares? I'll enjoy it just for the pleasure of leaving these twats behind. And showing that it can be done. If it can be done here, it can be done anywhere. Not like I've never done it before. It's just proving more problematic now. Financially. As things fuck up. As they make it more and more difficult. As you make silly decisions. Occasionally silly decisions. In retrospect. But they love this matrix arrangement, this concrete on either side, and stuck in between the the works and flats on either side, further up on either side. So I've got this gauntlet, as another TI acquaintance calls it. I haven't got through the gauntlet. You need to get out of there, man. And from my point of view, obviously it makes them confident about it, and. So it's all the more crap I can get on film and demonstrate what's going on. We'll have our resources. I always was a resilient fella, resourceful fella. I'll come up with something. I've already put a 600-page book on the net. The Comedy Borg. Comedy Borg Cometh. Could have called it the Night of the Comedy Borg. Could have called it anything. Called it the comedy. Stuck to the Comedy Borg cometh. You know, like the Iceman cometh. Forgot to put a key in. This is how keys look lost. Fall out your pocket. This could be me coming out again, so excuse me. Let's have a little look-see. But it goes by at the top. Can't have missed it. We're certainly active up here, eh? Other ones are switched off. It's just left the ones up here now. Opposite. Here's the car for me getting down the stairs and coming out the door. That's how a car always, a vehicle always seems to magically be there when just as you be coming out the door. Because nobody tells the minions, the twonks, that I know what's going on. So they're not in the loop. Oh, they've just got to do it anyway. Just in case you are, you got to cover it. So they've been told. Another one. And here I am. Must be kind of annoying, eh? I can do that as many times as I choose, and often have. Of course, I look to pile it on once you actually come out. That's why there's a heavy on it, yeah, so it's so fucking frustrated because whoever lets him, he's got to be feeling a bit of a twunk as well. Not that I can assume it's all of them all, but bike goes by at the top. I probably never caught it. And then what you do is, when you're done, is you just do it again. But you don't have to watch every time. Just leave them to it.